When you are in business, who is your number one enemy? It is not white folks. It is not white folks. White folks are actually easy to dominate. Your number one enemy is the black person who wants to be a weapon and an individual. Your enemy is the black person who doesn't understand group power. Because in business, you're dealing with groups. You're not dealing with individuals. It is asinine and childish minded to assume that business is about individual merit. It is not. All you have to do is look at any law that is created. Individuals do not create those laws. Individuals introduce law, but it's groups that put laws into place. The people who are unwilling to have that conversation are the enemy, because they don't understand the history of politics. They don't understand how any policy or ordinance, they don't even know what an ordinance is. When we have a high value black man show, it is, before you can even get to the dating, you have to get to the intellectualism of a high value black man. This is what Kevin Samuels was trying to show you. And this is why Kevin was trying to invite me on the show several times. But I just was too busy to go on the show. High value is about strategic thinking and how close you are to power. It has less to do with money. Money is third. Being high value is a business term. So let's show you how this relates to dating. If I'm dating a woman and I have a high value mindset, a true high value mindset, I am looking to add value to my family dynamic, my family structure. I am not or less likely to take on a project. A waitress that I think is really gorgeous, these are projects. A girl who's still in college, these are projects. To a true high value dude, we are less likely to consider them. We do consider them, but we're less likely to consider them because it's a project. We got to get you to understanding all this stuff that we deal with first. I was holding a conversation with a lady the other day downtown, and she was dog walking, right? And she's also a manager of a particular place. Dog walking and a manager of a particular place. Let that sink in. During our conversation, which we talked for about a good 35 minutes while we ate our food, I can tell she had never spoken with a smooth man before. A man who could let her speak, but knew when to, hold on, let me interject something real quick, because you said a couple of things that I want to speak on. She had never dealt with a calculated conversation. This is the thing when you're dealing with high value dudes. We don't have to dominate you. We don't have to ping pong conversation with you. You hit the tennis ball, then I hit the tennis ball, then you hit the high value dudes, we're trying to get to an outcome. And here's one thing that I shared with her. I said, in relation to what you're talking about, lady, there are two types of these dating guys. There are performers, and there are dudes who stand on what they stand on, and they do not flip-flop. What I explained to her, stand on what they stand on dudes who, even if I'm wrong, this is the pattern in which I live. So for right now, I'm going to be wrong, and I'm going to stick to that pattern. I may recognize later on tonight and modify, but right now, this is where this is. Dudes who perform in dating, they don't have that technique. They don't have that talent. They go with however the woman goes. Let me say it one more time. They go with however the woman goes. They don't have that talent. That's hard to hear, but you can see the epiphany start to form over the top of her head. Like, wow. Yeah. Most dating dudes, especially if they're urban Filipinos, urban Laotians, it don't matter. Most urban dudes are either performing for the woman, or he stands on his standard regardless of whether she leaves. Two types of dudes. Now, just to make sure that she knew I was not trying to push up on her, I do this technique called self-sabotaging. I let a woman know my standard outside of us just meeting and having this conversation. I self-sabotage what she may feel about me up front. Here's what I said. I have two ladies that are my sexual friends. See, lady, no, you didn't say that. Yeah, I did. Because I'm not trying to perform for this lady. I'm letting her know my standard of how I'm currently living. But I did clean it up. I said, I have two sexual friends. And what I told my sexual friends is, if at any time you get a boyfriend and you cut things up, I respect it all day. But the same thing is true for me. If I get a girl, all this is cut off. And then you could see her face start to brighten up again. Now, why did I self-sabotage? This is a high-value man move. This is a dude who's not desperate for vagina. Okay? Vagina costs $40. Literally. $40 and $20 for head. Vagina is not that expensive. Okay? So, let's just keep that 100. Why did I self-sabotage? Because I needed this lady to know I'm not going to perform. I'm going to be who I am. And either you're going to respect that in the moment, or you never want to deal with it again. Here's the thing with women. Women have lost the ability to say, I appreciate his honesty. Women have lost the ability to say, I appreciate not being lied to. Women have lost the ability to say, you know what? I got to go think about that. Because women want to fight to be emotionally right. Not all, but 2/3 of women want to fight to be right. And it's not right from a logical standpoint. This is why women fight women. This is why women fight women. Let me say it one more time. This is why women fight women. Because the logical women with research have learned I can't go off how I echo chamber feel. I can't go off that. Because the last 14 times, data has shown me that I put my left foot first as opposed to my right foot. Or I put my right toe down before I... See, logical data women, they don't want to be part of that echo chamber emotion paragraph. They don't want to be part of that. Because they see, oh, I get what the men are saying now. I get it. Oh, I get it. I get it. I may not want it to be like that because I love the sisterhood, but I get it. But these other demographic of women just won't get it. They won't get it until old age convinces them that they were wrong. Until 4 babies later, they realize they were wrong. Until they're in the jail cell. Until they... See? I'm going to deal with this in another... on another day. But I saw one of many female correction officers get pregnant by a felon, a jail cell guy. And then she got mad because the felon took his penis away from her and said, you know what? I'm good. He didn't hit her. He didn't threaten her. He didn't call her out her name. He just took his penis and said, you know what? I appreciate all the blowjobs you gave me, Miss Police Officer, but I'm going to take my felon self back to the streets and I'm good. I'm straight. Do you know this career correction lady went and took her gun and killed this dude? Simply because he said, I'm good. Shamika Holesclaw from the NBA did the same type of thing. Her lesbian girlfriend wanted to leave. Shamika Holesclaw pulled out that gun and started shooting at her girlfriend for driving away. The lady driving away, she put bullet holes in the driver's door. And you know what the I want to protect women type of men did? The men who love to protect women, you know what they gave lesbian Shamika? An ankle bracelet. For attempted murder? You can't make this stuff up. So I say all that to say this. How it relates to high value. We dudes who are connected to power. We dudes who are in powerful positions, powerful situations. We can't participate in none of that. We can't. All that stuff is a jeopardy. We're not going to jeopardize ourselves with none of that. That affects our mental space. You know, one of the contractors who was working on my home, he said something, and I said, oh, I could do it myself. I said, but I don't have the mental space to do that and then have to go deal with the nonsense in the business world. I don't have the space, and I know me. And he started laughing. He said, that's a great thing. I said, yeah, I know me. And there's only so many hours in the day. And you can't sacrifice certain... This is why so many dudes who are not high value get angry so fast. And remember, high value has nothing to do with money. It's not about money. It's about connections and strategic power. High value has nothing to do with money. There are dudes who are very well connected, and they're not millionaires. And you say, but why would they not be millionaires? Because a lot of dudes don't value money like that. A lot of dudes value the power. You got to think about it. Majority of your military powerful giants, powerful, connected to princes and kings and queens, they live in very moderate homes with a nice piece of land, but people are calling them on the phone from Egypt, calling them on the phone from, they're not they don't have $40 million. Some of them barely got $10 million. But they're highly connected people. This is why I say you guys don't understand what high value is. High value is about connections. It's not really about money. Can you pick up the phone call and make XYZ happen? So I'm going to end by saying this, because I went too long on this. When it comes to dating, women have to look for guys who are connected to power. This is what high value truly is. If you disagree, leave a comment in the comment section. If you like to be on the show, catch me on Saturdays. We can have a big live discussion. Much love. We'll be talking to you soon. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you'd like to hit the Cash App, something I said gave you value, you can go to the King of Classy Cash App. $5, $20, $30, $100, whatever you want to send. Much love, and we'll be talking to you soon.